Grigner, fucking Grigner, fucking Grigner, fucking...
You trying to make a theme song?
Yes!
It didn't work.
No, I agree. It was
Shit!
rubbish. I think
Okay.
it's your aged rickets and vocal cords.
I don't fucking have vocal rickets.
Yeah, both.
No, I don't.
I saw a picture of you recently. Looked like some sort of ancient aged man. Like,
No, you didn't.
yeah, I did.
No, you didn't.
I can see you in your cooking video as well.
On a
It's not a
rating
picture.
of for our intro from 1 to Agathon, what would the intro currently be at right now?
Well, if it
Three
ended
Gigners out of 10.
abruptly after dying, then it would be Agathon, as he made himself known, detached from the Baron, vaulted him, and promptly impaled himself.
You will never forget that, will you, in all
No.
of your life?
See, after we do this, I literally expunged this story out of my mind. I feel there's better things I could use with it, like, you know, how to bake cakes and stuff.
Word of the day: expunged.
You like expunged?
Yeah, I like it.
Oh, thanks, man.
You go, Twitch. Okay, so page 38, bottom bit.
Alright.
Next, the eek.
Who wishes to
Where we
utilise the silence?
Yeah. Who wants to? Who ended last time?
I don't remember. It's all sort of a blur.
Fuck it, flip for it, and we're at coin.
I do have a coin.
Oh,
I
nice.
have
Flip.
dice.
Oh, dice even better. Yeah, okay. I'll be 1 and 2. Kiko, you 3 and 4, and Rufert 5 and
No,
6.
I'll be 4 and 6. He's 3 and
What?
5.
Fuck off. Okay, so 1.
That was me then.
It's you.
Yep.
So it's you, then who next?
Well, you were next on the die, right?
Yeah, so it'd be you next then.
America.
Alright.
Okay, right,
Cool.
fair enough.
Utilising the silence and stealth acquired in the untamed
That's there's no second R in that.
What? In acquired?
Acquired.
Acquired.
Yeah.
Acquired? Acquired, I guess. In the
Yeah,
untamed
'cause acquire
climes
has
of
a
his
s-
childhood, Grignir slink through twisting corridors and winding stairway. There's lots of comments
Is this third person?
there. It does make you wonder.
Isn't it slunk in?
Grigner is playing a text adventure, Grigner Slink. And then the text adventure goes, I do not understand Slink.
One does not know how to slink. And winding stairways, lighting his way with confiscated torch of his dispatched guardian.
Yeah?
Knowing where
Nice.
his steps were leading to, Grigner
How?
meander.
How does he know this?
Well, he doesn't. It's just making shit up. So he has no idea. Maybe,
Wait, why
maybe
does
he
he
likes to think he knows where he's
Well,
going.
to be fair, he does know where the immediate step is, but he doesn't know where he's going down here in this.
Yeah, I
place
mean, in
that's-
terms of actual physical steps, I guess he knows where that is going.
Look at
'cause
the,
he can
look
see
at the
it.
next fucking sentence here. Let's contradict each other ourselves here right away.
Knowing where his. Oh no, I've just read it as well. You said knowing where his
Oh, his
steps
steps.
were leading
He
to.
meandered aimlessly, so he's not really. He knows where he's going aimlessly, meandering.
It's like I'm going left
Maybe.
on a whim.
I am lost.
In search of an
yeah.
exit from the chateau's dim confines.
Now it's a chateau, is it? It's
Well,
a palace, then
it's a
it's
palace
an estate,
chateau.
then it's a dungeon, then it's a chateau. It's like, what is it?
It's a dungeon palace chateau.
So what
Well-
is it?
I've never seen one before.
No one has, but I'm guessing it's an eldritch like building
It's
with
a non-Euclidean
non-Euclid-
building with like a sort of freakish.
Wait, is he climbing stairs? Where are they?
Yeah, I need a diagram. Okay, the wild blood coursing through his veins yearned for the undefiled freedom of the livid wilderness lands, and presumably a map.
To be fair, he's been quite livid for a while.
Fucking. He's.
And there's a picture here of the rat, I guess, which is going yick.
Is that the rat?
I think it's supposed to be the rat.
Why does it have a unibrow?
Why is one of its eyes looking to the right and the
Why
other
does
one
it
looking
have-
directly forward?
Some sort of weird fucking basset hound ears.
What else could it be? I guess it's
Gentlemen,
the
I don't
rat.
know.
Gentlemen, there's a solution to this you're not seeing.
It might just be rubbish.
Possibly.
Fuck.
Oh, I
me.
thought you actually had something else you were gonna, you know.
No, I had nothing.
Oh, fair enough then. All right, well, coming upon a fork in the passage, he treaked.
Tweaked, yep, he
Eh,
tweaked.
Voices accompanied by clinking footfall. Falsus.
False.
Footfalls.
What fouls? Yes, that's right.
Discerned to his sensitive ears from the left corridor. Wishing to avoid contact,
That's
Grignir
surprising.
veered to the right passageway. If accosted to the purpose of his presence, his barbarous accent would reveal his identity, being that his attire was not of the castle's mercenary troops. I mean, and the fact
Actually,
he,
I
probably
think
had blood
that's
and stuff.
that is a very faded E. I think it's actually an O. I think it's mercenary.
Mercenary. Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
if you look at it, that
Oh
looks
yeah,
more
so
like
it
an O.
is. It's
It's
a
the
mercenary troop.
mercenary troops. Yep.
That sounds like some sort of tiny pastry.
What, a mercenary?
Yeah, a little mercenary pie.
No, that sounds quite nice.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
like a
hello,
mercenary.
Grigner. Your usual, please. Yes, 5 mercenaries.
Yeah.
In grim silence, Grignir treaded down the dingily. Dingily?
Dingily, I think is a word.
Yeah, dingily.
Is
Is that spelled right though?
I don't know.
Dingily lit corridor.
No, it actually is, I think, yeah.
A stalking panther creeping warily along on padded feet. The way that's written, so is he literally now a panther creeping warily on padded feet?
He used that semicolon correctly.
Yeah.
Yes.
I've never done that.
Nah, Windows
I've never
won't
used a
correct me.
semicolon. What's it like?
Yeah. I don't know, I've never
I
done
use
it
them a
correctly
lot.
either.
They're quite good, actually.
Oh,
But
Is
yeah, I think there's a little bit of a change here. Either he's gained like wild shape from being a 5th level druid, or he should be describing it as if he is a stalking panther.
Alternatively, there is in fact a stalking panther creeping ahead of him, and he's just sort of following it along.
No, actually, to be fair, that could work in this story.
Yeah.
Just suddenly a stalking panther.
Yeah, then
if
he'll
it's
beat a man to
stalking-
death with its
If
tail.
it's stalking, it's following something, so I assume it's after Grigner.
Yeah, maybe Grignar's about to get eaten by this panther.
I hope
That's,
so.
that's terrible.
Grigner will just get bitten by it a lot and then kill it and then hide its bone like in his loincloth or something.
He just
Yeah.
stuff it in his pants. He's got this cat poking out the front like, hello!
Fucking... Oh, Jesus.
After an interminable period of wandering through the dull corridors, no gaps to break the monotony of cold grey walls, Grignir espied a small winding stairway.
Oh, you got to SB something eventually.
Wish I could SB out of it.
How the fuck do you spell a spide, then, if it's not like that?
I think he was actually going for spied.
Is it supposed to be
No,
spied?
I think it's a
I think
spide.
it's
A spide
meant
is
to
a
be-
word, I think.
It's actually a word. Did I make the mistake though? I'm sorry.
I think so. A spy.
Yes, actually,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
is a word, but I think spied might have been a little bit better.
Oh, my bad. Then it's espied. Not
I know.
espied.
Espied is to,
Catch sight of.
catch a glimpse of.
Okay.
To be
no,
honest,
my bad,
I
my
think
bad.
I think Grigner is armed with his thesaurus a bit too much in this
Well,
segment.
no kidding. Descending the flight of arced granite slabs to their posterior, Grignir was confronted by a short hallway leading to a tall arched wooden doorway.
Not a hallway.
Yeah, it's like, a special type of hallway.
So he's like, I want to break free from this place. I can't let you do that, Grigner.
Yeah. Why not?
No,
I
what?
can't let you do that.
Grigner, although you made great efforts to kill those people without them seeing, I saw the bone in your loincloth that you hid away.
I don't know. Hell's with one A. This is Hal. Like,
It's Hal's like Norwegian cousin.
yeah, it's like shit.
Hal.
Second 2 times removed brother of Bale.
Are you going to...
Norsk.
the next sentence is fantastic.
Halting before the teeming portal.
It's a portal that summons portals!
Oh my god, can you imagine a portal? You just look into it and your head explodes. Hey, what's in it?
It's the portal you send portals in.
Yeah.
To be fair, portal can also describe a doorway.
It's how you
but
blue,
it is
it's how you blue screen of death your brain. Just look inside that shit.
This is a fantastic sentence.
Anyway, halting before the teeming portal, Grignir resties his shaggy head sideways against the barrier. Sidewise against the barrier.
Flatways.
Detecting no sounds from within. Was this within the portal? He
I think
grasped
so.
the looped metal handle of the door.
Metal.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm correcting this automatically.
Don't correct it!
I'm sorry. His arms surging with a tremendous effort of bulging muscles, yet the door would not budge. Retrieving his axe from where he had sheathed it beneath his girdle, he hefted it in his mighty hands with an aspied grunt and wedging one of its blackened edges into the crack between the portal and its iron-rimmed sill.
Still.
Damn it.
Yeah, that actually would work.
Yeah, this is thing. Yeah, it's just.
The fuck is aspised? What does
I will
that
have a
even
look.
what is that even supposed to be?
A pizard.
It actually is a pizard.
Pizard.
Yeah, I'll have a look at a pizard.
It is supposed to be a spied, but it's now a pizard.
Oh well, I will inform you that a pizard is not a word.
For the avid listener, it's spelled APIESED. And I
It
unfortunately corrected it to something.
suggests appeased, which is and unfortunately the fifth link here is the Eye of Argon.
That's distressing.
Oh no.
Bracing his sandaled right foot against the roughly hewn wall, teeth
No, there's a J in that.
Oh yeah, you're right. That's Rugally. It's Ruggally hewn
Jesus
wall.
Christ.
So
Yep.
against the ruggally hewn wall, teeth tightly clenched, Grignr. Oh Christ. Apalevered?
Yep.
Apalevered the oaken haft, employing it as a lever whereby to pry open the barrier.
Jesus Christ. He used the... Oh.
I'm sorry, this could all have just been shortened into Grignr used the axe to lever the door open.
Or just bitch open the door, yo. Would have done. The leather wound hilt. Going with bending there? It's probably going to be. I think that was originally bending. To its utmost limits of endurance, the massive portal swung open with a grating of snapped latch and rusty iron hinges.
Oh joy!
Nice.
Go on, then. Someone take the reins.
Is it me now?
Yeah.
Okay,
It's
go.
my turn.
Okay, go.
Glancing about the dust-swirled room in the gloomily dancing glare of his flickering cresset, Grignr eyed evidences of the enclosure being nothing more than a forgotten storeroom. Miscellaneous articles, required for the maintenance of a castle, now it's a castle, were piled in disorganized heaps at infrequent intervals towards the wall opposite the barbarian's piercing stare. Utilizing long, bounding strides, which don't seem appropriate for such a small room, Grignr paced his way over to the mounds of supplies to discover if any articles of value were contained within their midst. Detecting a faint clicking sound,
Clinking.
Grignr...
I think.
Clinking was spotted. I prefer the clicking sound.
I think
personally.
clicking sound would have worked better, like the predators
Detecting
like
a faint
stalking
clinking
or something.
sound, Grignr sprawled to his left side with the speed of a striking cobra. Now he's a cobra.
I like the
landing
panther better.
That falls
Landing harshly
over.
on his back, torch and axe loudly clattering to the floor in a morass of sparks and flame. A elm woman board leaped from collapsed flooring, clashing against the jagged flooring. You mentioned flooring
There's a lot of
twice
flooring
in the same
same
line,
sentence.
and spewing a shower of orange and yellow sparks over Grignr's startled face.
Oh,
Rising
stop it,
uneasily
Grignr.
to his feet, the half-stunned accordion glared down at the gruesome arm of death he had unwittingly sprung.
Is that Marifgal?
I think it's
Murifk.
Murf.
It's Marifgal.
The guy with the surly
it's
beard.
Marifgal. It's Marifgal.
It's Marifgal. Yeah, it's got an L at the end. It's
Yeah,
Marifgal.
yep. Marifgal.
Isn't that just a smudged exclamation
No,
mark?
no, I'm reading it as it is. It is Marifgal. If not for his keen auditory organs
Who
and lightning
calls ears
Jesus
auditory
Christ.
organs? Like,
keen auditory organs.
as opposed to like shite ones, I guess.
Yep. I don't know. And lightning-steeled reflexes, Grignr would have been groping through the shadowed hell pits of the Grim Reaper. He had unknowingly
Wait, what?
stumbled.
Grignr's fondling up Death. Like, Death's like, hey, Grignr, could you stop that? He's like honking his dick. Like,
He had unknowingly stumbled upon an ancient, long-forgotten booby trap. A mistake which would have stunted the perusal of longevity of one less agile. How many times are you going to keep saying, he
Wait.
barely escaped with his life?
What? Okay, so there's a trap in a storeroom that's obviously seen use, but the trap is ancient and no one's sprung it? What?
Maybe nobody goes to this storeroom. Maybe people are like, nah, we won't go down there. It's just that ancient trap that nobody's ever sprung for ages.
Yeah, because it's got one tiny little trigger that
listen to
Grignr
the
happens
trap.
to step on.
A mechanism, similar in type to that of a miniature catapult, was concealed beneath two collapsible sections of granite flooring.
but
The
why?
arm of the device was 4 feet long. This is not a tiny catapult, boasting razor-like cleats at regular intervals along its face, with which it was to skewer the luckless body of its would-be victim. Grignr had stepped upon a concealed catch which released a small metal latch beneath the two granite sections, causing them to fall inward, and thereby loose the spiked arm of death.
God, this is
They
like someone's.
precariously held
This
it.
is like someone's fucking design work homework.
This is basically booby trap like description porn here.
No.
Some people do dress up porn in writing. This is like booby trap
No,
porn.
everything about this is like someone's gone to school, right? And someone said, I want you to describe to me every fucking dimension of the room you're in. He's like, no, hold my beer. I've got this.
Tolkien is hungry somewhere.
Yeah, seriously.
Partially out of curiosity and partially out of an inordinate fear of becoming a pincushion for a possible second trap, Grignr plunged his torch into the exposed gap in the floor, the torch that's fallen on the floor and probably gone out by now. The floor of a second chamber stood out 7 feet below the glare. Tossing his torch through the aperture, Grigna grasped the side of an adjoining tile, dropping down.
Actually, in all fairness, torches were designed to be dropped, so they actually stay lit.
Yeah, but I'm presuming this is a rubbish torch.
Oh yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah.
This is like the torch that was left in for ages, and this is rubbish. Glancing about the room, Grigna that R's a bit down on Grigna, but there it is. Grigna discovered that he had descended into the palace's mausoleum.
Jesus
Rectangular
Christ.
stone crypts cluttered the floor at evenly placed intervals.
Like,
The tops of the
we've been reading this and following along. I cannot even picture in my mind's eye where the fuck he's supposed to be. Like,
No, it's really weird. It's like some asshole at some point, probably that guy who once made the maze for the monster but didn't have a monster. He's like, okay, so we've got this storeroom. Never mind the mausoleum. That seems like an important place in the fucking palace. I'm gonna build a trap there that goes through the floor if anyone goes in the fucking storeroom. Never mind where we bury our kings and statesmen. Never mind that. I'm gonna put a trap down there that goes up and defends the storeroom.
But not only that,
What a mon.
I'm just confused after the whole dick rat thing. Like, so he bludgeoned a man to death with his dick rat, right? And then
Yes.
took all his stuff, sneaked around like up in the against the wall for a bit, and then found a storeroom, and now is descending into basically a crypt.
Yeah, you're
Like,
heading the
yeah.
wrong way to get out of here, Grigna.
He crawled
You're gonna
into
go
the
up, not down.
I mean, more
He
importantly,
crawled
how
into
big
the
is this
hole
place?
that the hole that the trap exposed when it was sprung. He crawled into that, I think.
Oh
Yeah,
right,
but,
okay.
but he's heading the wrong way. To get out, he has to go up. He's going down.
Yeah, who knows?
Yeah.
He was in a chateau before, so he must obviously
top-
be above ground.
The tops of the enclosures were plated with thick layers of virgin gold, while the sides were plated with white ivory, at one time sparkling, but now grown dingy through the passages of the rays of all-encompassing Mother Time. Yes, it is all-encompassing.
Rather, all-encompassing is all-encompassing. I like
No, it's all-encompassing.
all-encompassing, and his mate Mother Time have like
And
wrecked
now
this place.
exploring the mausoleum with all-encompassing. Hello, I'm all-encompassing, and oh god, it's Grigna.
Hello, I'm all-encompassing. This is my friend Mother Time. Say hello, Mother Time.
I think
Hello.
fair warning here. I think you might have a stroke at the word in the next sentence.
Featured at the head of each sarcophagus, in tarnished silver, was the no. Let me figure this out. Expugnisively carved likeness of its rotting inhabitant. I think I got that word right. We'll just move on.
I Google it.
You may Google
No.
it. I will
I've-
continue.
I'm more curious about backwards armed woman skeletal with her baps out.
We may never know.
I mean,
yeah.
there seems to have been great effort crafted into like a working chest there, but the arm seems to have been an afterthought.
And the face.
Well, the face,
Yeah, those are
the face alone is
nostrils or her
disturbing.
eyes?
I think those are her eyes, worryingly.
And half her boob is a nipple.
A dingy atmosphere pervaded the air of the chamber, which sealed in the enclosure for an unknown period had grown thick and stale. Intermingling with the curdled currents was the repugnant stench of slowly mouldering flesh, creeping ever slowly but surely through minute cracks in the numerous vaults. Due to the embalming of the bodies, their flesh decayed at a much slower rate than is normal, yet the nauseous odour was nonetheless repellent. Towering over Grigna's head was the trap he released. Oh, we're back on the trap. Help!
Nice.
The mechanism of the miniaturized catapult was cluttered with mildew and cobwebs. Notwithstanding,
Catapult sounds like something you use to sort out a clogged toilet.
Yeah.
Yep.
Bring me the catapult.
notwithstanding these relics of antiquity, its efficiency remained unimpinged, apart from the fact that you've set it and now it's like obviously there. To the right of the trap wound a short stairway through a recessi in the ceiling. A concealed entrance leading to the mausoleum for which the catapult had obviously been erected as a silent, relentless guardian. I'll do one more little bit, and then I think it might be.
Oh dear.
I think it might be your turn. Climbing up the side of the device. He's resetting the trap. Grigna sets the task of resetting its mechanism.
Why though?
Why?
Why?
In
For
the
what purpose?
event that a search was organized, it would prove well to leave no evidence of his presence open to wondering eyes. Besides,
Actually, that's a fairly
it
reasonable
might
reason.
even serve to dwindle the size of an opposing force. But
They would know it was there, surely.
they would know
Yeah.
it was there.
The weird thing here is, I mean, he could just have closed the hatch, just pulled it down and closed the hatch. He would not have to rearm it.
I'm sorry, I just love the idea of Grigner having himself going "Hurp," and just putting on his reading glasses, going.
Yeah, and he puts on like his engineer
Yeah, it's
hat
like-
and a spanner.
Just going to.
Better put this how I found it.
Just imagine Grigner going all engineer on this as an accordion, going, need a sentry right here.
Grigner, sap him a sentry.
Unfortunately,
Take only memories, leave
It
only
is-
footsteps,
it is
disturb nothing.
it is Rufert's turn.
Descending from his perch, Grigner was startled by faintly muffled scream of horrified desperation. His hair prickled Yorkishly?
Yeah,
Is that a word?
I have no idea.
We're gonna find out.
What does it mean?
Yorkish. Not really. No.
Oh. What's
no.
a York?
A York
Can we not
is
just ask the thing?
no.
Yorkishly.
There is an Urban Dictionary definition of it,
Oh, that sounds good.
which is
didn't
the
know.
sound of a bullet shot as defined by a rapper.
Rapper.
Okay.
It is apparently a trademark sound, though.
So Grigner's hair does gang signs in disorganized clump along his scalps, as a cold danced along the length of his spinal cord. No mortal what?
I'm sorry, no moral/mortal barrier. Wait, those are two completely different things here.
So there's a mortal barrier with like some sort of issue, like about slaying people. Like,
no,
is that moral thing to do? Or?
no mortal or people with scruples may enter here.
Yeah, it's like no moral or mortal barrier, human or otherwise, was capable of arousing the numbing sensation of fear inside Grigner's smoldering soul. Except you were scared before Grigner.
I don't
you
think we
fucking
want to
idiot.
arouse anything in Grigner. It tends to
No.
resolve in violence.
Well, to be honest, with that panther stuck in his trousers, this could be a little bit awkward.
Fuck's sake. However, he was overwrought by the forces of the barbarian's instinctive fear of the supernatural.
Oh, he's scared of supernatural now, is he?
That is actually there's quite a lot of literature where barbarians are averse to the supernatural. I believe there's one like Fire Dot Wolf or something. There was like a set of choose your own adventure books where there's a barbarian who hated magic.
There's a barbarian in Discworld that whenever he saw magic, he wanted to punch it.
Nice.
Yeah.
His mighty thews had always served to adequately conquer any tangible foe, but the intangible was something distant and terrible.
I
Dim-
cannot hit this, therefore I fear it.
Yeah, fucking eldritch shit. Dim, horrifying tales passed by word of mouth over glimmering campfires and skins of wine had more than once served the purpose of chilling the marrowed core of his sturdy limb bones. Okay, so...
I will
never
kill
mind.
everything, but as soon as somebody goes, look, I will make this rabbit appear out of a hat, ah! And then he just runs away.
Heresy! Yet, the scream contained a strangely human quality, unlike that which Grigner imagined would come from the lungs of a demon or spirit, making Grigner take short, nervous strides, advancing to the sarcophagus from which the sound was issuing.
Two things. One, I think demons and stuff are well known for imitating human sound. And two, if it is the thing that is in the picture on the previous page, human is questionable.
Yes, but we don't know what Grigner looks like.
Questionable at best, I feel.
Clenching his teeth in an attempt to steel his jangled nerves, Grigner slid the engraved slab. Is this a factory slab or is this hand engraved?
Well, I think unless it's they always mention if it's hand engraved, this was made on a factory line, I'm afraid.
Like those monks that always write "made in America" on everything. Ustlers. Grigner slid the engraved slab from the vault with a sharp rasp of grinding stone. Another long-drawn cry of terror, infested anguish met the barbarian. Scoring like the shrill piping of a demented banshee, piercing the inner fibers of his superstitious being with primitive dread and awe. Not dread.
Yep, dread. It is even worse than dread. It is when dread itself is feeling dread.
When you look inside a portal, you get dread.
Oh,
you
no.
do.
From the dread mines, you get double dread. Stooping over to espy the tomb's contents, The glittering.
Okay, he
Cool,
glitters
yeah.
now,
What?
does
Why are
he?
you glittering?
He's leveled up.
The glittering
boom.
accordions redacted nostrils were singing
Yeah,
by the singed
Singed.
by the scorching aroma of a moldering corpse.
Oh, Mulder.
Long
Scully.
shut up and
Nice.
fermenting. Nice. The same pungent scent which permeated the entire chamber, though multiplied to a much more concentrated dosage. The shriveled, leathery packet of crumbling bones and dried, flaking flesh offered no resistance, but remained in a fixed position of perpetual vigilance, watching over its dim
I
abode.
must inform you that is not flaking. That is flacking.
Oh, it's
flacking
flacking. Yeah, it's
flesh,
flacking
sorry.
flesh.
Oh, its dim abode from hollow, gaping sockets. The
So he's
torch.
You just open up for a corpse then. It's like, here's a dead body.
Yeah, here's a guy. The torch's cries were not coming from the tomb, but from some hidden depths below.
Oh, well, better
Isn't it
disarm.
cries CRIES?
Yep.
Yeah.
Spells.
Also, better disarm yet another trap and go past the mechanism. That's the only way you can go downstairs, apparently.
Reckon
at
it
the
puts
moment.
his
Yeah.
engineering hat back on.
Everyone that's down there has gone down by that route. Space exclamation mark. Lulling the reeking corpse from its resting place, Grigner tossed it to the floor in a broken, mangled heap.
That is very disrespectful.
That is
to death.
disrespectful.
Yeah.
He's got
Pun-
no feelings. He's not very
They do
moral.
that. Prince Adam does that in Lost Eden as well. Here are your ancestors. I put tooth.
Wait, Prince Adam,
Ancestor
like
disintegrate.
No, a very different Adam.
He-Man.
Blonde as well, though.
Oh, that's all right.
Upon the side of the crypt's bottom was attached a series of tiny hinges which, oh god, while running parallel along the opposite of a convex railing like a protuberance.
Yeah, protuberance. Yeah.
I can't say words. Laid as so to appear as a part of the interior surface of the sarcophagus.
I cannot believe, honestly, that this man is like, obviously, this is running parallel on the opposite side. No.
Yeah. For fuck's sake. Grigner sees stone. Goes through stone, done. Raising a slab upon its bronze hinges, long removed from the graze of human eyes, Grigner perceived a scene which has caused his blood to smolder, not unlike bubbling molten lava. Directly
Dead
below
now,
him.
he has lava in his
Yeah,
body.
he's fucking dead.
Just immediately catch fire.
Pop. Directly below him, a whimpering female lay stretched upon a smooth surface marble altar.
It all comes full circle!
Oh, thank God for
Yay!
that.
A
Oh, it's
pack of
Gracie Shaman.
Gracie-faced shaman clustering around her in a tight circular formation. Crouching over the girl was a tall, pot-bellied priest.
It's all come full circle, and he's missing his balls.
Oh yeah, his
Probably.
balls. Don't remember she stuck her foot in like his pee hole.
His face dominated by a disgusting, open-mouthed grimace of sadistic glee. Suspended from the acolyte's clenched right hand was a carven, oval-faced mallet.
I thought it said mullet then. I was like, this guy's got like 80s hair.
Yeah, what the?
Oh,
Which he
disappointing.
waved menacingly over the girl's shadowed face, an incoherent gibberish flowing from his grinning, thick-lipped mouth.
Okay, well, so what they're
redacted.
basically doing right now is taunting her. This is the terrible decision, because little do they know that Grigner is about to pounce with his panther-like insert animal reflexes here.
Yeah,
Just
he's
use his literal pocket panther and slap him.
His fucking vole-like reflexes.
So basically, Grigner is turning into a budget beastmaster.
Yes, strength of the bullshit. Speed of the slug. What was he called? Brave Star. Never mind, it's you, son. I can't. Go
Oh.
on. Let's go on. I will go on.
In the face of the amorphous, broad-breeted female, is that supposed to be breasted, do you think?
No, that is breeted. She is broad-breeted.
Oh, well, broad-breeted it is. Stretched out alluringly before his gaping eyes, the universal whim of nature, filing a plea of despair inside his white-hot soul.
Sir, I'd like to file a plea of despair.
No, you're in the wrong department. This is the department of panther pockets. You mean
Oh,
over there.
darn it. I'll be back with the correct form soon.
Grigner acted in the only manner he could perceive.
He's killing everything, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yep.
Giving vent to a horse. Why the comma though? Giving vent to a horse. It sounds like he's giving vent to a horse. Like,
He's
throat
going
rendered
full-
battle
going
cry.
full Bokes.
Grigner plunged into the midst of this startled shaman. Torch
Yeah, there we
simmering
go.
in his left hand, a dax twirling in his right hand.
Pluralizing shaman wrong.
I know.
Shame on you, Tice, you dead bastard.
No, we have a new person here, Andax.
Oh, Andax.
Andax is twirling
hello.
in his right hand.
He just nicked Andax. He's like a mercenary. Can you
Ah,
please
don't
put me
break
down? No. Spin.
Ah! My only purpose is to be twirled around.
A gaunt, skull-faced priest now, standing at the far side of the altar, clutched desperately at his throat. What are the lucky chances that he ran into a city which not only had a palace, dungeon, chateau, but also had a crypt that had evil priests and, like,
If only
dodgy rituals?
Agathon knew of this, he would sort it out.
I think if
Yeah.
Agathon knew about it, he'd sort it right out.
Agathon's fucking dead. They need to send in Karnov. He'd sort it.
Yeah, we would sort it, it's true. Where are we? Clutched desperately his throat, coughing furiously. Sorry. It is totally a comment. In his attempt to catch his breath, lurching helplessly to and fro, the acolyte pitched headlong against the gleaming base of a massive jade idol.
Full circle.
Yay. Hold on.
Don't wank.
It's not wanking,
No, but
it's
clapping.
Oh, sorry.
you need to see a doctor. You're too clappy. Writhing agonizingly against the hideous image, foam flecking his chalk white lips, the priest struggled helplessly, the victim of an epileptic seizure? Oh god, it's like that tiger I had in Rimworld.
Fantastic. He just fucking dies.
Why did he have an epileptic seizure?
I don't
Because
know. He
Grigna
saw
appeared?
Grigna.
Is
and
Grigna still sparkling? Is that why?
Yes, he's glittering, remember?
I don't.
He's been glittering for a while. He hasn't leveled up yet.
I still don't think
Oh.
that would cause an epileptic seizure, but mate, I'm not a doctor. Maybe I'm
No.
wrong. Yeah.
I think they can sort of build up over time and then.
Maybe
suddenly
it's just
happen.
really bad. I don't know. I'd have to look it up. I feel a bit ignorant about this. Anyway, startled by the barbarian's stunning appearance, my.
So he's glittering and stunning.
The chronic fit of their fellow, and the fear that Grigna might be of the avant-garde of a conquering force dedicated to the cause of destroying their degenerative cult, the Sarman momentarily
Oh,
lost
good
their
name.
momentarily lost their composure. Giving vent to heedless pandemonium, the priests fell. Why just change shaman and priest around? Like, whatever. Fell
I'd say-
easily
Yeah.
prey to Grigna's sweeping arc of crimson death and maiming destruction.
Wait. He's armed with Andax and Crimsoned Death? This is
Okay,
not-
so
Well, obviously.
I think he goes priest, acolyte, shaman in that order.
Yeah,
I think he has a.
Yeah, he
I
like.
think he.
But
Yeah.
where does
Yeah.
Saman fit in all this?
I don't know
Saman.
where Saman fixed it, but I think he has a post-it or something next to him, and then he
Maybe
goes,
the
okay.
Saman is like some sort of horrible monster.
Yeah,
Like-
he's got like a tally chart, and every time he uses one, he just strikes it off.
Yeah, so I think after acolyte he goes priest, then he goes shaman. I think he always does it in that order. He cycles it.
No, because we've done priest and acolyte, so it should be shaman again, then priest and acolyte, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Thinking way too hard about this.
The acolyte performing the sacrifice took a vicious blow to the stomach. Hands clutching vitals and severed spinal cord. How do you know he clutching vitals with spinal cord being severed?
I don't know.
As he sprawled over the altar,
This man is dead.
the disorganized priests. Oh,
No, that's
Yes, we got back to
disorganized.
sorry.
Oh, well.
Lurched and staggered with split skulls, dismembered limbs, and spewing entrails before the enraged accordion's relentless onslaught.
Wait, we've montaged all of the violence?
Yeah, we've all this build-up and this boring mechanism shit, and we have
And
to
now
skip
we've
the
got
violence.
the Howleys.
This enraged accordion sounds like a folk punk band.
Enraged accordion, yeah. Or some
Ladies
really,
and gentlemen,
really...
we've been waiting for enraged accordions! We
Is
like
that an
accordions
accordion?
and we're really angry!
Yeah, I was going with that for an accordion, yeah.
Oh, okay.
What were you expecting?
It sounded like a sick foul.
I tried my best. I'm not actually an accordion, so...
Oh, sorry.
The howlers of the maimed and dying reverberated against the walls of the tiny chamber, a chorus of hell fraught despair as the granite floor ran red with the blood.
Not
The
handmade this time.
No. Yeah, that's too expensive. The entire chamber was encompassed in the heat of raw savage butchery as Grugner luxuriated in the grips in the grips of a primitive beastly bloodlust.
So he's like glittering and like stunning and he's murdering everything and he's like, yeah!
You know the Oglaf comic about the barbarian who makes stuff? I'm imagining this right now.
What?
Like, stop.
Yeah.
Craft only begets more
Yeah,
craft.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's the craft barbarian. He mucks up his craft, goes, and then ends up with like bodies everywhere. It's
That's
kinda
not right. What the
Pres-
fuck is luxuriated?
like luxurious, but luxuriated. So like, I think it's like shiny, nice sort of.
Luxuriated. Enjoy. Something as luxury. He is indulging right now.
Oh, I'm sorry. Right.
I see.
Maybe I'm thinking luxurious.
He's indulging right now in his
Can you
passion of
luxuriate
murdering.
at anything but a relaxed pace?
Accordions can luxuriate in ways that we cannot possibly imagine.
Get obvious, for fuck's sake.
Presently, all went net, save for the ebbing groans of the sinking shaman and Grigner's heavy breath, accompanied by several gusty curses, like farties. The well had run dry. No more lambs remained for the slaughter. They're not really lambs, though, are they?
They were a mixture of priests, shamans, acolytes, and seamen.
And faceless women.
And, well,
With-
cowmen, so
yeah,
lamb
cowmen,
I
yeah.
guess.
There weren't any cowmen in this. Maybe that's a seaman.
Maybe it's a ghost priest of some sort.
The rampaging stead of death having taken...
Is this him not being able to spell steed
Having
again?
taken off Grigner for the moment, yeah.
Boys,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Having taken of Grivner for the moment, left the barbarian free to the exploitation of his other perusals, like presumably like pants panthers,
Seals?
perusals, yeah.
Perusials, yeah.
Towering
Perus-
over his head was the misshaped image of the cult's hideous deity, Argon.
How does he know this? Is it written in accordion letters? Oh!
And how do you know it's misshaped? It might be how he looks.
And how do you know it's Argon? That's all these
So
very.
If it's misshaped...
Actually, it's not Argon, it's
it doesn't-
redacted Argon, or it's
Oh.
Morse code for S Argon. His full
Yeah.
name is like Sebastian Argon or something.
like Sven. So it's misshaped, so it doesn't actually look like what it's supposed to represent.
I guess, but then maybe
But it's
Grigner's
also-
not exactly a cultist
But it's also
expert.
described as fantastic as well.
Can someone roll Grigner for
Art.
Mythos, please?
It's like
Oh,
that
yeah,
fucking
sure,
guy who
it's,
tried to draw.
Unfortunately, he failed. He has no idea.
He has no idea what it is. No.
Nope, not even slightly.
The fantastic size of the idol, in consideration of its being of pure aid, was pureade,
Pureade.
like tomato puree.
Well, basically, like first aid healings like things. It's in like potion form,
Oh, nice.
but
It's
it's
like
the
a
purest
poultice.
form.
The purest of it. No, okay. Yeah, pureade.
Do you
Right,
have,
yeah.
a-
It's like
do you have
first
an
aid.
injury that desperately needs healing? Try Pure Aid.
Squirts on me like, oh my god, this is
And
amazing.
for those on a budget, try
Fine.
Diluted Aid.
It's better than pseudo cream.
What?
What? It's a cream you put on things that are not good.
Head on.
Yeah. Just
Alright.
keep reading.
This was enough to cause the senses of any man to stagger and reel, yet thus was not the case for the behemoth. He had paid only casual notice to this incredible fact, while riveting the whole of his attention upon the jewel protruding from the idol's sole socket.
It's the title.
Yeah.
no.
Roll credits.
Okay, so he was scared of the scream, but not the fucking deity.
Has he forgot about the lady? I think he has.
No, he will not soon.
He will fuck later.
That slut.
Woohoo.
Yeah, the slut.
Its masterfully cut faucets emitting blinding rays of hypnotizing beauty. After all, a man cannot slink from a heavily guarded palace while burdened down by the intense bulk of a squatting statue.
Fucking
Providing,
Jade
of course,
Fawcett.
I bet he could.
Yeah, seriously. Providing, of course, that he put it in his pants. Providing, of course, that the idol can even be hefted, which is in fact beyond the reach of Grigner's coursing stamina.
Wait. We have found something that Grigner cannot do.
Something that Grigner cannot put in his pants. I mean, would it fit in there with the rat and the panther?
G-string.
On the other hand, the jewel, gigantic as it was, would not present a hindrance of any mean concern.
Is it?
No, wait,
My turn.
Do you want to be the lady?
So
You get to talk about
I'll go.
ejaculation.
What?
Woohoo.
Go for it.
Help me, please. I can make it well worth your while, pleaded a soft, anguish-strewn voice wafting over Grigner's shoulders as he plucked the dull red emerald from its roots. Turning,
What?
Grigner... Yeah?
I thought the Eye of Argon was green.
Look, we all know that emerald is just a loose term in the land of the accordions.
Wait,
Ugh.
red emerald. So emeralds are green. Yeah.
This is a special emerald.
Hold on.
No. I think red emerald does exist.
Is it red?
It's a beryl.
Aren't barrels blue?
No, it's a red beryl.
Huh.
You could get those in Baldur's Gate.
You can.
Yeah.
Turning, Grigna faced the female that had lured him into this bloodbath. Actually, I think you just sort of jumped in willingly.
I don't think she didn't need luring, really. I think, he just looked and saw a woman and decided to go murder some people.
But whom had become all but forgotten in the heat of the battle. You, ejaculated the accordion pleased
He's
tone.
sitting there like, tossing off like, you, hello.
Oh, it is the woman from the tavern!
A pleased
I
tone.
had seen the last of you in the tavern, but verily I was mistaken. She is the woman from the tavern!
Yep.
Grigna advanced into the grips of the female's entrancing stare, severing the golden chains. Golden chains! Wow! They went
Okay,
to
so
the
they lived in
Goldhawk-
squalor, but they had these
they
really
went to the
useless,
Goldhawk-
heavy
they went
gold
to the
chains.
Goldhawk School of making things here.
I want my
Severing-
chains made out of extremely heavy, useless metal that's very soft.
Severing the golden chains that held her captive upon the altar's highly polished face of ornamental limestone. As Grigna lifted the girl from the altar, her arms wound dexterously about his neck, soft and smooth against his harsh exterior. Art thou pleased that we have chanced to meet once again? Grigna merely voiced a sighed grunt, returning the damsel's embrace while he smothered her trim, delicate lips between the coursing protrusions of his reeking maw.
I mean, what better place to get busy than, like, a place full of bodies? Like,
Yeah,
no.
his fucking
Let us-
reeking maw.
Let us
Jesus
take
Christ.
leave of this wretched
Have
chamber.
a vomity
No,
smooth.
they're leaving. They're leaving.
yeah,
Let
so
us
she
take
kisses him
leave
and
of
just
this-
pukes in his mouth.
Let us take leave of this wretched chamber, stated Grigna as he placed the female upon her feet. She swooned a moment, causing Grigna to her support, then regained her stance. Art thou able to find your way through the accursed passages of this castle?
Wait, why is he now talking Old English?
I don't know.
Also, what the fuck is a side grunt?
It's where you hold your mouth
No.
a little bit shut. Go,
Berifcal. Every one of the corridors of this damned place are identical.
Mithril.
I was at one time a slave of Prince Agaphim. His clammy touch sent a sour swill through my belly, but my efforts reaped a harvest. I gained the pig's liking, whereby he allowed me the freedom of the palace. It was through this means that I eventually managed to escape of the Alice.
Alas.
Alas.
Yes. It
Alas.
was a simple matter to seduce the sentry of the western gate. His trust found him with a dagger thrust his ribs, the wench stated whimsically.
Christ.
What the fuck is... Why the ellipses there?
I do not know.
There's four as well.
missing?
It's not even correct. So.
What are you?
No?
What were you doing at the tavern whence I discovered you? Asked Grigna in his best medieval, as he lifted the female through the opening of the mausoleum. Oh God, they're going through the opening again. Tell her about the trap, Grigna.
Quick, someone throw a foot at somebody.
I had sought to lay low from the palace's guards as they conducted their search for me, and that is why
So you
were
went
in
to the
tavern.
nearby tavern?
The tavern was seldom frequented by the palace guards, apart from the bovine one, and my identity was unknown to the common soldiers. It was through a disturbance that you caused that the palace guards were attracted to the tavern. I was dragged away shortly after you were escorted to the palace.
So she was
What?
basically trying to do a long, hard goodbye at what's the Sin City one called? She's looking for Marv.
What are you called by, female? Carthena, daughter of Minkardos, Duke of Barwego, whose lands border along the northwestern fringes of Gorzom. Oh, good. Glad to see we've had all these places. I'm sure we'll never hear from them ever again.
You know when you hear like nonsense words over and over again, it's like, and then you take the phlebe to get the phlebe juice.
Well,
I was paid as homage to Agaphim upon his 38th year, Husk the Femme.
Husk the Femme! Husking, isn't that what you do to corn?
I am called a barbarian, grunted Grigna in a disgusted tone. Aye, the ways of our civilization are in the ways warped and distorted. But what is your calling? She queried. Bustily?
Bustily?
Yeah, there's a question mark there.
How does one query bustily?
I don't know.
Does she, like-
Neither does Tice. Look at it.
She thrusts her chest at him and there's like a little mouth on her going, It's like,
Grigna of Accordia!
Also, why is Grigna disgusted about being a barbarian?
maybe he really hates his occupation.
And,
Maybe.
and I am called a barbarian. Basically, he's saying that Agaphim is more barbarous than him.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, is that? Oh, right. Oh, right. So
Yeah,
we're not
yeah.
gonna find.
Makes it, fuck,
So we're not
Jesus.
gonna find like Grignard down the job centre then, like looking
No.
for a new role.
I have heard vaguely of Ecordia. It is the hill countries at the far east of the Norogolian Empire. I have also heard Agathin curse your land more than once when his troops were routed in the unaccustomed mountains and gorges, saith she. Saith she! Well,
She
we
had spoken.
You know what? I would love to see Grigna in the Canterbury Tales at this rate.
Literally
Aye.
shocking.
My people are not tarnished by petty luxuries and baubles. Our luxuries come about by killing people. They remain fierce and unconquerable in their native climes. After reaching the hidden panel at the head of the stairway, Grigna was at a loss in regard to its operation. His fiercest heaves were as pebbles against burnished armor. Carthena depressed a small symbol included within the elaborate design upon the panel, whereupon it slowly slid into a cleft in the wall. How did you come to be the victim of these crazed shaman? Quested Grigna as he escorted Carthena through the piles of rummage on the left side of the trap.
Piles of rummage, is that correct?
Yes.
Nothing about this is correct. For God's
Piles
sake.
of rumage. There you go. Piles of rumage. My mistake.
But isn't rummage something you do?
Yes. Rummage. Yep. Doesn't matter. Just read on.
It's like gubbins.
By Afim's orders, I was thrust into a secluded cell to await his passing of sentence. By some means, the priests of Argon acquired a set of keys to the cell, so it doesn't seem like that Agathim knows about the priests of Argon.
You know how it is when you get a big palace. You're not sure if cultists sneak in the basement.
Yeah, they slew the guard placed over me. Over you? Literally?
Standing.
Now,
Like, just...
now the trap kind of makes sense.
It is my job to guard over you. Like, literally. No, but it could also work to guard over. It's a term. And abducted me to the chamber in which you chanced to come upon the, well,
Go on, take your best shot.
Sarcastic.
Is that the word the cat says when he like gets his genitals stuck in the diary?
No, I think there was sacrifice. Their hellspawn cult demands a sacrifice once every 3 moons upon its full journey through the heavens.
Wow,
They were
that is
startled.
really inconvenient.
Yeah,
That's
they
a
were
lot.
startled by your unannounced appearance. Well, then again, the moons might be different in Accordia.
Possibly.
They were like every 5 minutes they must sacrifice.
Yeah,
someone.
literally, they got like a conveyor belt. It's like, come on,
were
come on, come
startled.
on.
They were startled by your unannounced appearance through the fear that you had been sent by Agathim. The prince would surely have submitted them to the most ghastly of tortures if he had ever discovered their unfaithfulness to Sargon, his bastard deity.
Well, maybe they shouldn't have had a cult in his basement then. Like, come on, you can't be pissed at the guy who owns the house.
You're not even
rocking up in the
paying him
basement.
rent, are you? You're just squatting in his basement.
Seriously, and that's like the crypt. Like he probably visits there at least reasonably frequently. Bloody
many of the
cultists, clear out,
Many of
piss
the
off.
partakers of the ritual were high nobles and high trustees of the inner palace. Agathim's pitiless wrath would have been unparalleled. Also, this woman was introduced as person in tavern. Now she is plot dump McPlot dump.
Seriously, she's
Wait.
telling us more than we found out of the entire story.
What the
Yeah.
fuck?
They have no more to fear of Agathim now, bellowed
It was-
Grig.
What? It was not Agathim he killed, it was Agathund.
Yeah, Agathim, I think, is the lord.
So
Yeah, he's not dead. He's fine.
When Agathund is the dead guy.
Agathund.
No, I think
was
he's
it-
referring to the cultists.
Oh.
They have no more to fear of Agathim now, bellowed Grigna in a deep, mirthful tone,
Oh, I
a
see.
gleeful smirk upon his face. I have seen that they were delivered from his vengeance. Engrossed by Carthena's graceful stride and conversation, Grigna failed to take note of the footfalls rapidly approaching behind him. Well done, Grigna!
Grigna's a bit shit, really.
I'm just
Yes.
I'm talking to this woman, and also I'm looking at this woman, and the guards are like, hey, like the modifier for his listen check is rubbish right now. As he
Fuck's
swung
sake.
aside the arched portal linking the chamber with the corridors beyond, a maddened, bloodlusting screech reverberated from his eardrums, seemingly utilizing the speed of thought,
Nice.
which for Grigna is very slow.
Where's that E going?
We've no idea. It's very fast.
Trying to go down to foe.
Yep.
It wants to.
Grigna swiveled to face his unknown foe. With gaping eyes and widened jaws, Grigna raised his axe above his surly mane, but he was too late.
Dun dun dun.
Grigna is going to be killed by Plot!
Please, surly mine.
By the way, this is going to be a really short chapter. So
Let's
who
get
else?
that.
It's your turn, Rufert. with the...
Surly mine.
Oh yes, Surly Mine, yeah.
Yeah,
But
German
really
there.
short chapter for you now.
With wobbling
Why
knees and
7.5
swimming
then?
head. What?
Why 7.5?
Oh! Oh, wait, I know. Just read ahead of the sentence. Oh dear.
With wobbling knees and swimming head, the priest that had lapsed into an epileptic seizure. Oh god, damn it! Epileptic seasoner
Yeah.
rose steadily to his feet, while enacting his choking fit in writhing agony. What? That doesn't sound very unsteadily. It says. Fuck's sake,
Yeah.
I can't read. The shaman was overlooked by Grigna. The barbarian had mistaken the seizure for the death throes of the acolyte, allowing the priest to avoid his stinging blade.
To be fair, Grigna is not a trained doctor.
Also,
He's
Grigna had an
definitely not.
axe, not a fucking sword. The sight that met the priest's inflamed eyes nearly served to sprawl him upon the floor once more. The sacrificial sat. It grip. What?
grim.
I feel like I'm having a stroke. The sacrificial sat it grim, blood spattered, silence all around. Oh, that's supposed to be in.
Yeah.
Oh, I see,
But it's
okay.
it. But it's it.
Yeah, around him. Broken only by the occasional yelps and howlies of his maimed and butchered fellows. But I thought they were dead.
No, they are dying. Grigna
Okay.
does not coup de grace.
Coupe de Gracie. Above his head rose the hideous idol, its empty socket holding the shaman's infuriating.
No, I furbished.
I furbished,
By Apple.
infuriating. I furbished, infuriating. I furbished, infuriated gaze. Jesus, his eyes turned to the stony glaze, with the realization of the pillage and blasphemy. Due to his high susceptibility, following the seizure, the priest was transformed into a ravaging maniac bent solely upon wreaking vengeance.
I don't think that's
Smell
how
it.
seizures work.
No, with lips curled and quivering, a crust of foam dripping from them, the acolyte drew a long, wicked-looking, jewel-hilted scimitar from his silver girdle and fled through the aperture in the ceiling, uttering a faintly perceptible blow, ceremonial gibberish.
And
Okay.
then we cut back to Grigna.
A sweeping scimitar swung towards Grigna's head in the shadowed blur of motion.
Grigna was then killed. The end.
Yeah,
No.
Grigna died. With an axe raised over his head, Grigna
No,
prepared
no,
to
with
carry him.
axe.
Oh,
It
sorry.
is now named. It is
With
now just
axe.
called Axe. Hello, I'm Axe. Oh God, what are you doing?
Maybe it's the deodorant. He did reek.
Yeah. Ugh.
With axe raised over his head, Grigna prepared to parry the blow while gaping wide-eyed in an open-mouthed perplexity.
I was ambushed.
What happened to Grigna? Suddenly, a sharp snap resounded behind the frothing shaman. The scimitar, halfway through its fatal sweep, dropped from the quivering, nerveless hand, clattering harmlessly to the stonnage, cutting his screech short with a bubbling, red-mouthed gurgle. The lacerated acolyte staggered under the pressure of the released springboard. After a moment of hopeless struggling, the shaman buckled, sprawling face down in a widened pool of blood and entrails.
Blood.
He went in the trap, didn't he?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. His regal purple robe blending enhancingly with the swirling streams of crimson. Jesus Christ.
Oh.
Did someone die?
The story was so appalling, you kicked Kiko out.
I didn't kick Kiko out. Kiko, well, he died.
He dead. Like, literally that entire sentence, like...
Yeah. Oh well, we have a few minutes. I continue. He'll probably be back.
Yeah, go for it.
Mrifkle. I thought that I had killed the last of those dogs. You didn't even kill all the ones
you
you
literally
thought you
stabbed
killed.
them and let them drown out, you sick
fucking
fuck.
muttered Grigna in a half apathetic state. Mrifkle, I thought I killed. Fuck yeah, he doesn't give a shit. Nay, Grigna, you doubtlessly grew careless while giving vent to your lusts. But let us not tarry any longer, lest we overtax the fates. The path leading to the freedom will soon be barred. The wretch's cries must certainly have attained unwanted attention. The wench
What
mused.
shocking approximation of an accent was that supposed to be?
That was just supposed to be a lady.
Ah, I see. Right then.
By what direction shall we pursue our flight? Up the stairs and down the corridor, a short distance in concealed entrance in a tunnel seldom used by others than the prince, and known to few save others save the palace's royalty. Okay, so he is a prince because there's more royalty, unless he means nobles.
Maybe the noble royalty people. Does anyone care?
I don't know.
I don't think he cares. He doesn't care.
He's dead.
No, I meant the writer.
Yeah, he's dead.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there's 2 statements from him since he wrote this. One was that he was sad that people made fun of him for something he wrote 40 years ago, and the next
really?
was that he was dead. Yeah.
I feel bad.
He didn't like it. He's dead. He doesn't care.
Yeah, well, true, but still.
It's used mainly by the prince when he wishes to take leave of the palace in secret. It is not... I don't see the prince functioning outside in secret.
No.
He gets so... Whenever someone doesn't speak to him with the biggest respect...
Explodes.
Yeah.
Just walks into the local tavern, asks for a beer, the guy's like, give me a second, he goes, me, and just slabs him.
Just fuck. For instance, best interest to leave the chateau in public view. Even while under heavy guard, he's often assaulted by hurtling stones and rotted fruits. The commoners have little love for him, lectured the near lady.
The lady.
The lady.
Milady.
Exclamation mark, maybe? It is amazing that they would ever have left a pig like him
pig.
They ever have left a pig like him become their ruler. Left a pig. Jesus. I should imagine that his people would rise up and crucify him like the dog he is. You don't crucify dogs.
Also, he's now a pig dog.
A crucifix is made to work because a person sort of has a head and arms like that.
Shape. Also, are you saying that Christianity exists in this place, or?
I think crosses existed before Christianity.
Yeah, but wasn't crucifixion about like crucifixion itself was due to like specifics, wasn't it? Like with the Romans and the Christians. Or am I mistaken?
Yeah, but the Romans weren't Christians.
No, that's what I mean. They were doing that to the Christians. Wasn't that like a ha take the piss thing for the Christians?
I don't know. I think that the crucifix became a thing after that because it became this symbol of whatever.
Okay.
They used fish before then, I think. Little squirrely fish. When
to be honest,
they
we
were
just used the wheel, that would solve all this problem, wouldn't it?
I guess. I don't think Grigna has invented the wheel.
No, I don't mean invent the wheel. I meant that's the stabbing wheel. No, never mind.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
And I'm sort of hoping Kiko comes back because we've 3 minutes left, and it would be nice to wrap it up.
What, 3 pages?
He's offline.
He's dead. Yeah, his internet's been slain. Do you want me to carry on, or?
Completely dumped it. Yeah, sure, I guess.
So we'll start. Alas, Scrigner, it is not as simple as all that. His soldiers are well paid by him. As long as he keeps their wages, up, he will never carry out their damage.
His employees, him.
The crude implements of the common folk would never stand up under an onslaught of forged blades and protective armor. They would be going to their own slaughter.
They hit him
Kathina.
with bananas and shit. They literally throw produce at him that apparently reaches him. That could be anything else that could kill him.
Yeah, seriously, that could be spears, but whatever.
Yeah, poisoned piss and...
Stated Kathina to a confused but angered Grigner as they topped the stairway. I'm confused but angry.
And it makes me angry.
Yet how can they bear to live under such oppression? I would sooner die beneath the sword than live under such a dog's command, added Grigner. I've noticed he stopped dropping the thine and thous. Never mind. As the pair stalked down the hall in a direction opposite that of which Grigner had come. Well, yes, that's generally what opposite tends to mean.
So he keeps forward.
the opposite of the way.
The opposite direction of the one that I've been walking with my back to.
I'm going to start saying that at work now. Like, which way did you come? I came from the opposite direction in which I arrived. But all men are not of the same mould that you were born of. They chose to live as they are so to save their filthy necks from the chopping block, returned Kathina in a disgusted tone as she cast an appeased glance towards the stalwart figure at her side whose left arm was wound dexterously around her slim waist, his slowly waning torch casting their images in intermingling wisps as it dangled from his left hand. God, someone shoot me.
How about you dexterously?
He dexterously wound it,
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
Maybe he's like flailing his arm around dexterously. And he's touching it. He's like whoop 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 whoop.
No, it's like it's skillfully. I mean,
He's skillfully squeezing her side.
the fucking arm is already there. How's he still being skillful? He's already placed it.
He rolled a dex check for it.
I don't know.
Presently, Carthena came upon the panel, concealed amongst the other granite slabs, and discernible only by the burned-out cresset above it. As I pushed the cresset aside, pushed the panel inwards, Carthena motioned towards the panel she was referring to. Yes, we are aware she is motioning about the panel because she talked about it. You don't need to reiterate the fact.
Fight him.
It's stupid. If he wasn't dead, I'd slap him.
Oh, we're almost done.
Oh, thank God for that. As she twisted the crescent in a counter-closing motion, Grignir braced his right shoulder against the walling, concentrating the force of his bulk against it. The slab gradually swung inwards with a slight grating sound. Carthena stooped beneath Grignir's corded arms and crawled upon all fours into the passage beyond. Or assage, I'm sorry. Grignir followed... Grignir's all like, assage. Grignir followed after casing the slab back into place. Ugh. This yellow page is hideous.
Yeah, orange, I think.
Oh.
Do you want me to,
yeah, I mean, do you want me to carry on for a little bit, or do you want to carry on, or?
Sure. Go on.
Oh, okay. Winding before the pair was a dark, musty tunnel, exhibiting tangled spider webs from its ceiling to wall, and an oozing, sickly slime running lazily upon its floor.
Jesus Christ, what the fuck happened? I feel like I have a stroke with half of these sentences.
Right, you know, you read something, it's like stabbing your brain.
Yeah.
I feel like my brain's slowly oozing out my ear as I read it. Like,
yeah, reading this is like having your skull cracked open and having someone shit directly into your cerebral cortex.
Well, like playing Dead Space 3 then.
Yeah, sort of. Where were you?
I don't know, my brain came out. Let me just stuff it back in. Hanging from the chipped wall upon Grignir's right side was a half... It had a capital R. Right side is a half moulded corpse.
Jesus.
It's this is a serious work of art and fiction. We should.
It's flacking again, son. I don't know what that means.
Its grey, flacking arms held in place by rusting iron manacles. Carthena flinched.
Flacking is to publicize or promote. Yo, got arms here, mate. You want some of this? I just imagine that they all post like hugs, like, come here. Jesus Christ.
Carthena flinched back into Grignir's arms at sight of the leering set in an ugly, distorted grimace, staring horribly at her from the hollow, gaping sockets. This alcove must also be used by Agathim as a torture chamber. I thought only Agathim and a few dudes knew about this passage. Why would they use it as a torture chamber? Seems really inconvenient.
Oh.
I wonder how many of his enemies have disappeared into these haunts, never to be heard from again. Yeah, just like my brain. Pondered the hulking brute.
Jesus Christ. Let us flee before we are also caught within Agathim's ghastly clutches. The exit from this tunnel cannot be very far from here! Exclamation mark. Said Carthena with a slight sob to her voice. Oh shit, I forgot to do her voice.
Never mind.
Yeah, never mind. As she sagged in Grignir's encompassing embrace. She just lost her bones.
She's had a bad day. She's almost been sacrificed. She's had her nipples squished. She's generally just... Sorry.
That was still correct.
Well, yeah, I guess.
That's the correct usage.
Yeah, just unnecessary usage, I think.
Technically. Semicolon. It will be best to be finished with this corridor as soon as it is possible.
Again, look at the statement. It's best if we finish this place that we're walking through as soon as we can walk through it. Yes! Ideally, that is why we're walking through this place. You stupid fuck.
Why do you flinch from the sight of death so, Rift? You have seen much death this day without exhibiting such emotions, exclaimed Grignir as she led her trembling form along the dingy con.
No, son, she said, but why do you flinch from the sight of so? Rift! As in, like, the game. He's advertising.
Oh, so Rift. No, I think he talks to her as Rift. So like, she spun the wrench and now she's just the fucking vag.
What?
Yeah, never mind. So what do these dashes mean, literally?
I've never seen him used like that particularly. Normally you can connect sentences in a way like that sometimes, but normally you have ellipses instead, which is the normal way of doing it. The dashes are
It's like
strange.
Start sentence. Start speaking sentence. 3 dashes. The man hanging from the wall was Daytona. No.
Do 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 do.
Doyanta.
Doyanta.
He had committed the folly of showing affections for me in front of Agathon. 3 dashes again.
I'm guessing that is for pause. I'm supposing.
Why would he start doing that now?
Because if you looked, as he's getting through it, he's doing different things. I'm guessing like he wrote a bit one night, came in the next night and went, shit, I fucking love dashes, let's put them in.
Yeah, it's like, he's probably, he's working his way through one of the Robert E. Howard books.
Yeah, that could be
and
it
he's
as well.
just sort of like, this looks awesome, let's never write, she said, but like, Busty the wench or
I want to know how I'm going to like write bustily.
well,
Like,
she is busty
squeezes her cleavage together and words fly out.
He never meant any harm for his actions! ! Weird ball.
Weird
At
ball?
this coffee, yeah, there's a weird sphere floating after the.
It's supposed to be.
Oh wait, I
yeah,
see.
speech
Okay.
marks.
Oh yeah, sorry. At this, Kathina broke into a slow, steady whimpering. Not slow, steady, not any of that.
Yeah, but she's chocking her voice. Huh?
Chocking her voice with gasping sobs. There was never anything between us, yet Agathon did this to him. The beast made the demons of hell's deepest hole. Hello, Kiko. Claw away at this wretched flesh for his merciless act, she prayed.
You alive?
You with us again?
You've been slain?
No, it was not only the priest that was killed by that catapult. It was me for a while.
Yeah, you died.
We're on
a
page
little
46, about halfway down.
Oh my word, you've gone so far without me.
bit. Yeah, we're going for the home stretch.
Well, I've missed so much. Give me a summary.
Summary,
God.
we're talking about walking in opposite directions and generally chambers.
All right, let
And
me
we-
just read. Let me
also-
catch up.
Alright.
Okay.
We also found out that flacking means to promote or publicize.
Yeah.
So basically, they're going, Grr, arg, this Agathon is awful. Why do people not stand up to him? Because they are not Accordians like you.
Yeah,
Grr,
basically.
arg,
Yeah.
I would certainly kill them.
Yes, and
Yeah.
then
By
they
the way,
walk through-
I've
they
gone
walk
from
through
being
the
like-
torture chamber, and
I've
that's
gone
it.
from being like random person to person who knows everything about everything and will tell you everything about everything.
She's great. I love her.
Yeah, she turned out to be like a princess or something.
Oh, but I got to that bit. I
Got to
got to that
Daytona.
bit.
Got to Daytona.
Okay, but I've missed so much. I feel like I'm
Trust me, you
detached
haven't.
from
Just
it all.
the only thing you've missed is my brain coming out my ear.
Oh.
Fucking Greg there.
Well,
I-
when it next switches over, it needs to be me again.
Yeah, you're going from the end of page 47.
Okay.
46. I
Alright,
detect
okay.
that you feel more for this fellow than you wish to let on. But enough of this. We can talk of such matters after we are more free to do so.
Beep,
Grigna roboticized. With this, Grigna lifted the grieved female to her feet and strode onward down the corridor, supporting the bulk of her weight with his surging left arm. What?
Surges with the power of plot.
Yeah. Presently, a dim light was perceptibly filtering into the tunnel, casting a dim reddish hue upon the moldy wall of the passage as grim confines. Kathina had ceased her whimpering and partially regained her composure. The tunnel's end must be nearing. Rays of sunlight are beginning to seep into
Into what?
ellipses.
Into what?
We will never know. An indeterminable amount of time. Grigna clammed his right hand over Kathina's mouth with a slight struggle, pulled her over to the shadow of the right-hand wall of the path, while at the same time thrusting his torch beneath an overhanging stone to smother its flickering rays. Okay, doesn't that just put a bunch of embers down in his surly mane?
That is fine. He is Grigna the accordion. Embers
guess.
have no effect on his glistening skin.
Be silent, I can hear footfalls approaching through the tunnel, growled Grigna in hushed tone. All that you hear are the horses corralled at the far end of the tunnel. That is a further sign that we are nearing our goal, she stated! ! All that you hear is less than I hear. I hear footsies coming. Oh, footsteps coming towards us. Silence yourself, that we may find out whom they are being brought into contact with. We are being brought into contact with. Fuck me. I miss things even when it's correct.
It's only
I
because your
doubt-
brain's leaking out your ear. Don't worry, it happened to me too.
Yes. Also, second language is not. I doubt that any would have thought as yet of searching his passage for us. That finding
his
him in a
passage.
rectal exam. Yeah.
Oh, hand.
The advantages of surprise will be upon our side, Grigna warned. There you go. You get an actual.
Then we go on to the starry, most
Oh, it's actually got
star-laden
one of
person ever.
those big C's starting there.
Oh yeah, nice.
But
Why
look at the
though?
image on the right there. Look at that.
Yeah.
That must be the big bad guy. That must be the big bad guy.
To be honest,
fucking
it's how I
girl,
look
picture.
after reading this bloody book.
Carthena cast her eyes downward and ceased any further pursuit towards conversation, an irritating habit in which she had gained an amazing redacted proficiency. Two figures came into the pair's view from around a turn in a tunnel. They were clothed in rich luxuriant silks and rambling on in conversation, while ignorant of their crouching foes waiting in an ambush ahead. That barbarian dog is cringing beneath the weight of the lash at this very moment, sire. He shall cause no more disturbance. Aye, and so it is with any who dare to cross the path of Sargon's chosen one, said the second man. But the peasants are showing signs of growing unrest. They complain that they cannot feed their families while burdened with your taxes. Well, get some more bovine people and throw them at them. Excellent, sire, more feet. I shall teach those sluts the meaning of humility. Order an immediate increase upon their taxes. Sire, won't that make them more angry? They dare to question my sovereign authority.
Oh yeah, you missed a bit where they threw fruit at Agathon as he went around the town.
Yeah.
Well,
And apparently he sneaks out as well. He goes out alone, secretly.
But gets
Which
fruit
I-
for them.
This is not This is not ha-ha. This is ha-ha. They shall soon learn what true oppression can be. I will... A shadowed bulk leapt from behind a jutting promontory as it brought down a double-edged axe with the spud of a striking thought. With the
I like the spud.
One of the nobles sagged lifeless to the ground, skull split to the teeth. Grigna gasped as he observed the bisected face set in its leering death agonies. It was Agathon! See? He lived!
Yeah.
And now he is dead.
He still lives. What?
No, he is dead now.
Oh.
The dead man's comrade, having recovered from his shock, drew a jewel-encrusted dagger from beneath the folds of his robes and lunged towards the barbarian's back. A foolish mistake, as we all know that Grigna is made out of pure barbarian steel.
He's made out of pure plot. It doesn't matter what he's made out of.
Grigna spun at the sound from behind and smashed down his crimsoned axe once more. His antagonist, there is a Y there. It was overwritten with a T, but I go with his antagonist. He lunged, howling, to a stream of stagnant green water, grasping a spouting stump that had once been a wrist. Grigna raised his axe over his head and prepared to finish the incomplete job, but was deterred halfway through his lunge by a frenzied screech from behind. Is this the priest again?
No, he got done in.
He got done in, yeah.
I don't
Carthena-
fucking know at this point.
Yeah, I know, but I know this story by now. He'll be back. He'll just come back. Carthena leapt to the head of the writhing figure, plunging a smouldering torch into the agonized face. The howls increased in their horrid intensity, stifled by the sizzling of roasting flesh, then died down until the man was reduced to a blubbering mass of squirming, insensate flesh. Grigna advanced to Carthena's side, wincing slightly from the pungent aroma of charred flesh that rose in a puff of thick white smog throughout the chamber. Carthena reeled slightly, staring dazedly downward at her gruesome handiwork. I had to do it. It was Agathon. I had to, she exclaimed. Shut
Fucking ellipses with spaces. Fuck off.
Sargon should be more careful of his right-hand men, added Grigna, a smug grin upon his lips. But to hell with Sargon for now. The stench is becoming bothersome to me. Never mind the fact that I've killed everyone here. Only now am I getting annoyed at the stench of death. With that, Grigna grasped Carthena around the waist, leading her around the bend in the cave and into the open.
Grigna's very gropey with his hands, I see. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he doesn't really care for personal space very much.
No, it's like, you go this way, item.
He's going to see the outside world again.
Also, notice that Carthena got a name and it's not immediately killed.
Which is nice.
Yeah,
I guess.
That is because she is plot dump.
The slut.
No, that's Grigna.
That is anyone who apparently angers Agathon.
Anyone else. Yes.
A ball, or Agathon in that case, a ball of feral red was rising through the mists of the eastern horizon, dissipating the slinking shadows of the night. A corral stood before the pair, enclosing 2 grazing mares. Grigna reached into a weighted down leather pouch dangling at his side, and drew forth a scintillant red emerald he had obtained from the bloated idol. Raising it towards the sun, he said, "We shall do well with bauble, eh?"
He's Canadian now.
Eh?
Carthena gaped at the gem, gasping in a terrified manner. "The Eye of Argon! Oh, Carla!" At this, the gem gave off a blinding glow, then dribbled through Grigna's fingers in a slimy red ooze. Grigna stepped back, pushing Carthena behind him. The droplets of slime slowly converged into a pulsating jelly-like mass. A single opening transfixed the blob, forming into a leech-like maw. Oh, great! It's the boss in disguise.
Oh no.
Then the hideous transgressor. You can try one if you like.
No, I'm good.
Okay.
I just
So
read some of it. Just no.
So the hideous transgressor of nature flowed towards Grigna, a trail of greenish slime lingering behind it. The single gap puckered repeatedly, emitting a ghastly sucking sound.
I'll pucker repeatedly at this fucking story.
Grigna spread his legs into a battle stance. I just imagine him going, "Whoa!" Then just reading Shakespeare.
Dun 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 dun.
Stealing his quivering
Lofty
fuse
instant.
for a battle royal with a thing he knew not how to fight. Oh, just hit it, it'll work. Carthena wound her arms about her protector's neck, mumbling, "Kill it! Kill it!" while her entire body trembled. You could help him
Jesus.
kill it.
You know, honestly, like wrapping your arms around someone's neck when they're trying to fight seems a bit counterproductive.
Well, he's been swinging loads of people around as weapons. Might
Yeah.
as well just use her as a weapon at this point now.
Sticks her in his pants at the same time. Bonk. Go in
thing
there
This
with the
was
pants.
this was pre the blob, wasn't it? So he doesn't know to use cement. The blob was from the early 80s, I think.
The blob was actually weak to cold.
What?
Steve McQueen's blob was weak to the cold.
I thought they poured cement in it.
No, they ended up attacking it with cold and fire extinguishers and
Could someone
freezing
pour
it.
cement on me?
And then they just drop it into the Arctic in the end in a big
Okay.
cement box.
Oh.
The thing was, that's my knowledge of Steve McQueen there, where he was pretending to be a teenager. He was not convincing.
Oh.
The thing was almost upon Grigna when he buried his axe into the gristly maw. It passed through the blob and clanged upon the ground. Wow, you swung that really far. Grigna drew his axe back with a film of yellow-green slime clinging to the blade. The thing was seemingly unaffected. Then it started to sluice up his leg. The hairs upon his nape stowed on end from a slimy feel of the thing's booly bulk. Booly bulk.
Holy bulk. Oh yeah,
The
there's another Thing movie. I didn't actually know. I thought there was only the 88 one.
No, there's
Oh,
one in 2000.
You said
No,
the blob.
the
You
blob,
said the
sorry,
blob.
not the Thing.
Yeah, unfortunately there was. The Nauta sucking sound became louder, and Grigna felt the blood being drawn from his body. With each hiss of hideous pucker, the thing increased in size.
Not hideous pucker.
You want me to take over? Or?
Certainly, this amazing battle where it's like, I can't hit it, what do I do?
Alright. Grigna shook his foot about madly in an attempt to dislodge the blob, but it clung like a leech, still feeding upon his rapidly draining life fluid. Is it in his pants?
No, it's on his leg.
What do you mean?
Well, you know.
Just throw the panther at it, it'll feed on that for a while.
He grasped with his hands, trying to rip it off, but only found his hands entangled in a sickly, glue-like substance. The slimy thing continued its puckering, now having grown to the size
Stop
of...
using that word! You have a fucking thesaurus, you keep writing puckering, it's unnerving. Stop it.
Now having grown the size of Grigna's leg from its vampiric feast.
Now I have a question for you, okay? This thing is the size of its leg. How much blood does Grigna have in his body?
1,800 pints. He's made out of blood. Grigna
He
began
is-
to reel and stagger under the blob, his chalk-white face and faltering muscles attesting to the gigantic loss of blood. Carthena... Sorry, go on.
Grigna is showing weakness!
Well, thank God for that. Maybe he's gonna die. Carthena slipped from Grigna in a death-like faint, a morrow-chilling scream upon her red rubish lips. In final
Rubbish.
desperation...
Oh, rubbish, I see.
Rubish, yeah. Grignr grasped the smouldering torch upon the ground and plunged it into the reeking maw of the travesty. What a travesty!
Yes.
A shudder passed through the thing. Grignr felt the blackness closing upon his eyes, but held on with the last ebb of his rapidly waning vitality. He could feel its grip lessening at a hideous gurgling sound erupted from the writhing maw.
Wait. The massive monster is weak to the most easy to make thing for humanity, fire.
Creatures ill like fire, Risen. Duh.
No.
Everything ill like fire,
ancient
Risen.
Cthulhian entity. Oh, just set fire to it.
Surprisingly,
Yeah,
anything, not many things enjoy being set on fire. The jelly-like
fire
mass
animals.
began to bubble like a vat of boiling tar as quivers passed up and down its entire form. With a sloshing plop, the thing fell to the ground, evaporating in a thick scarlet cloud until it retained its original size.
That was a pathetic final boss.
Seriously, no music for you. It retained
And I
thus
have music
for
for you.
that or the Carnival Night music. It
I prefer Putyan.
I don't know that.
We are not having Poochyan.
Oh.
Sorry. It remained thus for a moment as the puckered maw took the shape of a protruding red eyeball, the pupil of which seemed to unravel before it the tale of creation.
I was a terribly vulnerable and pathetic Cthulhian entity.
Seriously. How a shapeless mass slithered from the quagmires of the stigmatic pool of time, only to degenerate into the leprosy of avaricious lust. Ugh. In that fleeting moment, the grim mystery of life was revealed before Grignr's instead glaze, but presumably
And I
just
bet he
listening to like
didn't.
Busty
I bet
talk.
he didn't grasp any of it.
No, he should listen to Busty talk again. Boobs.
Oh no.
The eyeball's glare turned to a sudden plea of mercy, a plea for the whole of humanity.
I was blatantly going to help you all by sucking out all of your blood.
He's sucking out the panther's blood for real. Then the blob began to quiver with violent convulsions. The eyeball shattered into 1,000 tiny fragments and evaporated in a curling wisp of scarlet mist. The very ground beneath the thing began to vibrate and swallowed up with a belch. Weird.
Burp.
Yeah, it's a bit weird.
Grignr, I'm just gonna swallow this for you. Just gonna swallow this for you, Grignr.
Oh man, I don't think it's a good idea.
Oh,
he's gonna do
jeez, I don't know
Grignr.
about that.
I
Why
think
you
it's pretty
sound
bad.
The thing was gone forever. Sadly, it was a good film. All that remained was a dark red blotch upon the face of the earth, blotching things up. That's genuinely what
those blotches blotching things up.
that's genuinely what blotches do.
He's been going on with the fucking thesaurus, and it's like, this fucking thing blotching things up.
Or he's got to the end, he's just given up. He's just like, the
Darn,
blotch,
there's like-
blotches.
This is the extra bit.
This is the extra bit. This is the lost ending that by many is not considered canon or written by Feist.
Apparently it ends on page 48. This bit is new.
Really? 'Cause it's equally as terrible, so, you know.
Don't worry. I've seen the last line here. You'll
All
get
right.
to it.
Where blotching that. Shaking his head, his shaggy mane to clear the jumbled fragments of his mind, Grignr tossed the limp female over his shoulder. I mean, she has a name now, I mean, never mind. Mounting one of the disgruntled mares and leading the others, the weary, scarred barbarian, trooted.
True.
Rooted.
Swiggity
Maybe
swooty,
he
gotta get
should
that trooty.
Stop the bleeding.
It's not very a heroic thing to troot off into the sunset.
No.
Slowly off into the horizon and become a tiny pinpoint in a filtered field of swirling blue mist, leaving the nobles, soldiers, and peasants to replace the missing monarch. Long live the king. What a perfect note to leave that on.
Long
Oh,
live
Jesus
the
Christ.
king! Wait, where did he go? No!
I have no idea what to draw for this one.
Winner of the J.T. Rickosh Award for Excellence, presumably in the sarcasm department.
So let me get this straight. All along, they were going to sacrifice this Carthena to this entity that basically was a giant Cthulhian leech, whose only weakness is fire.
Yes.
Yeah.
It needs to eat every 3 days.
I
When
have
there's
read about
movement of
many
it.
Cthulhian entities, and this one ranks even below Ehort. And
Well-
Ehort is rubbish.
Oh man, that was an experience.
So next time we're going to start My Inner Life, are we?
The one
I've
with
got an
Martin
appointment.
Smallland and his Quaid.
No,
Is that appointment with anything else?
yeah, it's an appointment with like 18 packs of paracetamol.
Only
Nice.
18?
Yeah, I didn't want to overdo it.
I'm only sad that I was gone for some of it.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
well.
I read up. It was mostly plot, plot, plot,
We
plot,
laughed,
plot.
we cried, we had a jolly old time.
Was it mostly crying?
Yeah, pretty much.
It's okay.
Yeah.
I was there for the excellent final battles.
Yeah, it was
where
very
we
fine.
ambush people, but Carthena kills someone, and
I
then
wish they would make a movie.
no,
Nah.
Yeah, just keep
Yeah.
rebooting it. Not
No.
true to the novel. Oh my god, the book was better.
Wait, so where's it supposed to have finished then? 48?
it's supposed
Yeah.
to have finished at page 48.
What, right at
That's
the
when
end?
that's when he sent it in. The rest was supposedly recovered later, but they don't
To be
know.
honest, it's equally as trash, so it's very well possible.
Sorry, it ends with "Long live the king."
I mean, exactly,
is he the
yeah.
king, or has the king gone away? Well, the king is dead now. Even though he
No,
wasn't
he
the
wasn't
king.
the king, he was a prince, though.
Yeah, but he was also a king, apparently.
Yeah, but there was more nobility in the palace.
Should
Yeah, it said there was more nobility in the palace, so they just have someone replace him. Jesus Christ.
Alright,
It-
let's...
He will be back for the sequel.
But we're not going to be. So-
No, he's dead.
yeah, he ain't going to make a sequel.
He's long dead. Oh
But
well.
what have we learned from all of this?
Not to
I
read
think
books.
that I knew things at some point. Now I know
Yeah.
less.
I realise that I've been counting the, spiders on my wall vigorously over and over again.
I have learned, however, that the true vastness. Oh, by the way, scroll down to the next page.
There's a picture.
There is a picture, but scroll down to. I have learned that there is a true vastness and beauty in language that can convey and drag you into amazing worlds of brilliant, enrapturing depth. And
Where did
This
you
is-
learn this?
not
Yeah.
from this.
Have you,
Yeah.
That's what
Well,
I'm
yeah.
saying. It said this.
this
is
was so
not an
beautiful and
example of
enrapturous that it shit your internet up.
This is not an example of this. This is
The undeniable horrors of this story crippled your net.
well, the thing is that actually deep down this is a very simple story.
Yeah,
Barbarian,
boy
All in
meets
a
girl.
complicated way.
Barbarian turns up. Barbarian causes ruckus. Barbarian gets imprisoned in dungeon. Barbarian goes down. Barbarian goes and rescues someone. Barbarian goes here. Barbarian murders people. Barbarian murders Blob Thing. Blob Thing goes away. He walks off.
Had it only been a knob ruckus.
Oh, the knob ruckus. That's good. Cock rampage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There are many things wrong with this.
Yes. Yes, there are. I'm
This is
just...
normally when you'd be like, and there is a positive, and it's like,
I think this is sort of like orc technology. If you
you
move all
believe
the
in it.
if you remove all the things that's wrong with it, there's nothing left.
If you believe
yeah.
in it, it will work better.
it's quite simple, Captain. If we fix it with enough broken stuff, the broken stuff will go all the way around and become fixed.
Yes.
It just works, Captain. Don't worry about it. Just don't push that button. It will blow up the universe.
There is one positive thing about this.
Yeah.
It ended.
Well, yes.
Did it end? I feel that the adventures of Grigna continue on in our hearts.
I'll tell you what's going to see on my forehead when I slam it into the desk in a second.
Just go. "Ugh."
Seriously.
Nice.
I'm going to go eat a copious amount of chocolate now.
Fuck that shit. So, shall we wrap it up?
Yeah, indeed. Thanks for listening. Hope you...
If we draw it out for another 2 minutes exactly, it'll be exactly 1.5 hours.
Let's not do that. Let's
Excellent.
end on a
We
weird
draw
time.
it out for 2 more minutes, and then Grigna wrote. Fan fiction, people. There must be fan fiction of the continuing
Absolutely
adventures.
not. I
of
hate
Grigna.
both of you. Let's not...
Look it up, Rufert. Look it up.
I'm leaving. I'm leaving. I'm out. I'm out.
Jesus!
She's gone.
Okay, I ended it. Oh, there we go. Let me sort this.